5 years ago, I was felled by a mysterious pathogen. The recovery was slow and uncertain. This spring, inexplicably, I've relapsed. I'm so weak I can't even sit up. My mind circles endlessly. Why can't my doctors cure me? What happened to the full life I once loved? Each morning when I wake, there's a moment of hope. Maybe my illness has gone with the night, but nothing has changed at all. Time unused still vanishes, leaving no trace of my existence. Sometimes, I wish the pathogen had taken me completely. This afternoon, my caregiver brought me a wild snail from the forest. What will I do with a snail? I can't even care for myself. My mind settles down to match its calm, mysterious pace. In the morning, there's a square hole in an envelope. As each night passes, the snail's appetite grows. I can't believe I can hear it eating. The tiny sound is comforting. The snail lives its life just inches from my own. It doesn't know that I am ill. Its explorations are as inquisitive and brave as those of anyone I know. What does it think of my human world? Is it aware of my presence? Does it know it's being watched? We both live in circumstances not of our choosing. There's no longer any doubt about the relationship. The snail and I are officially cohabiting. I wish I were as fearless as my companion. Though I worry it will get into trouble. My caregiver brings a terrarium. I learned that a snail has thousands of teeth, can barely see, and can't hear at all. Having finished the mushroom, the snail sets off on an expedition. It's perfectly outfitted for a life of wanderlust. Attached to a leaf, a snail may blow along in a storm, landing in a faraway terrain. Absorbed in snail watching, I find that time flies by unnoticed. I've been bedridden so long that my bones are losing density. Will I become a spineless creature, more mollusk than mammal? I envy my snail's many abilities. It can go dormant, waking only when conditions are better. The snail is missing. Is it searching for its forest home? What if it gets stepped on? The two of us had been a society all our own. I cannot imagine life alone. The next day, my caregiver lifts up a piece of moss. The snail has laid a batch of eggs. I wonder if it had a romantic encounter in the spring. When the eggs hatch, each offspring has its own plans. The summer passes. I can now sit up a little. I read about gastropods. The snail's teeth are in hundreds of tiny rows. It has tentacle noses, can mend its own shell, and uses slime hydraulics to travel. But we are also similar. We both have a gut, a lung, and a heart. The snail navigates based on darkness and light and the movement of airborne odors. The progeny are taking over the terrarium. My caregiver releases them to the wild, 118 offspring. How will they each choose a territory in an endless wilderness? By fall, I can be out of bed for a few minutes at a time. Being homebound is like being invisible. When I finally re-enter the human world, everything will have changed, even myself. One day, I can reach the edge of the forest. It's time for the snail to go free.